Hey guys, this is Tim from So You, the podcast you clicked on to listen to, and that I'm very grateful for. Um, our first episode here is we had some sound issues because we're amateurs, but we enjoyed the content so much that we figured, fuck it, and release it anyway. And the sound quality varies greatly within the first splash of these episodes, so hopefully you started with this one and then you'll just understand why it is all over the place. But it'll get better. So thank you and enjoy. All right. So today on the inaugural podcast of So You, this is Tim.
This is Elle. How are we doing?
And we're going to be talking about HBO's very own Degrassi.
Home box office's own Degrassi.
Yeah.
Drake,
Well,
Drake.
it's actually Euphoria. We're going to talk about Euphoria.
But Drake is still involved, so technically that's not wrong.
Yeah, he is. Who else is involved? There was another.
Future.
Future is involved.
I can't say his real name, so Future.
Me either.
Archimandis.
If I still listen to their music, I would know more.
Oh, wow.
No, listen.
Oh,
Drake's not going to
no.
listen to this. He's fine.
Hey, you don't know that.
You're right. I don't. He could find it and be like, "Who is
Control.
talking about my show?" And that's how he sounds. That was my impression.
A?
Yeah.
He's Canadian.
Yeah. But like a delayed A.
Yeah.
He forgets that he's Canadian.
Well, right now, he just, I guess, brought back to life the Netflix show Top Boy, which is like, it sounds like, I've never seen it. It sounds like the British version of The Wire, though, except now.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, well, The Wire was already made, and it's good. The original Drake. Listen, before I keep taking digs on Drake, even though I actually like Drake.
Old Drake. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay.
Jesus. Before Drake made a song every 2 seconds.
DJ Khaled. Did we have to copyright that? Is that trademarked?
Did he trademark it?
I don't know. LeBron just tried to trademark Taco Tuesday, and they were like, "That's a common phrase. You can't do that."
Yeah. Question mark? Like, what? Taco Tuesday. LeBron, you didn't come up with Taco Tuesday. I had a thought. This is me segueing to I haven't talked to you about this, but it was on my mind.
Breaking news. Yeah.
Last night, in the dead of night at 8:30 p.m. So I was thinking about, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman, and just how fucking dumb that statement is. How do you listen?
Size. You're right. No, you're right. Okay. Now that you've said that.
Yes.
Now we're evaluating everything about that phrase.
Listen, I guess the idea is that it's so high up that you just can't make the difference. I have never in my life, ever, just the sound of a plane, by the way. The plane is the only thing that's excusable, because I imagine Superman makes a good amount of noise since he's flying so quickly.
It's like the speed of sound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Speed of light. One of the two.
It's sound. He's not the Flash. He's not as cool.
What?
No, but this is just a quick little thing I wanted to get off my chest because it's been eating at me.
Clearly.
What a stupid fucking phrase. And I don't know who originally wrote Superman, or if that phrase was even in the OG Superman.
Stan Lee, tell you that.
Yeah, it wasn't him. Rest in peace.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
I wonder if that elderly abuse lawsuit's still going on. But
Oh, no.
I'm gonna skip right past that.
You don't talk about that.
If you
That's not a
haven't
matter.
heard about it, look it up, girls and gentlemen. But
All-inclusive, Paul.
yeah,
Yeah.
everyone else as well. If you just don't decide to align with anything, which isn't a problem. How does things get so political so quickly. All I wanted to say was Superman would be easily identifiable between a bird and a fucking plane. Because a bird is really small, even the big ones. They don't tend to fly a lot.
I mean, who knows? Technically, this was all written before global warming, right? It was really a thing. So maybe the birds were bigger than, I don't know.
Yeah.
Before our time, right?
I mean, if you're thinking of like a
dinosaurs.
If you're thinking of a condor or a fucking albatross, like, but like even then, they have such a unique profile, birds. And here's the thing: Superman doesn't even fly in a T-pose.
No,
he flies with his arms straight up like a jackass.
He's ready to power punch the shit out of anything that pops up in his way. Like bird. Power punch.
He really had the choice to fly however he wanted, and he chose that. Like, he could have like Neo'd it from the Matrix, you know what I mean? Arms to the side, shades on, looking like a badass. Oh. We're making a fourth one, by the way.
Oh yes, I am actually pumped about that.
Maybe we'll talk about it at some point on So You. Plugs. And I'm just saying, like, Superman, in all of his glory, chose to do that, arms up. Oh, God. Arms up. Almost knocked my mic over. And that doesn't look like a plane or a bird. So even if you were blind enough not to and deaf enough, because you can hear a plane. So even if you were blind enough to be able to see shapes and completely deaf, so you couldn't hear the plane, you would still understand that the thing that has the arms out is not Superman. He's not flying like that. So even on the scale of a deaf, blind person, you will not be confused on if that is a bird, a plane, or Superman. That's all I wanted to say.
No, now you just changed my world. I didn't even think about that in my 26 years on this earth. That is a dumb thing to, because
that's what you get when you tune in. All right, you get mind changing thing. I mean, world changing. You're never gonna live the same again.
Did you feel that?
That
was your brain oozing from your ears.
You're gonna change the way you brush your teeth because of that knowledge. You're like, man, I haven't hit my molars in a while. You gotta start hitting your molars.
You gotta angle it. You gotta open your mouth a little bit too. You gotta angle the brush.
Yeah.
None of this straight brush. No, you just gotta really get in there.
So that's what I wanted to say. What this is really about is Euphoria, which is what you're feeling now after having that realization.
Complete bliss.
Yeah, complete bliss.
Oh,
I don't. So, Euphoria is an HBO show.
From the top, stars Zendaya.
Zendaya. Who
Fantastic.
else? Who else does that's actually
all
what I'm gonna...
Hunter Schafer.
Hunter Schafer. Who's Hunter Schafer?
She is Jules.
Yes. Oh, okay. She's Jules.
Yeah.
She started acting like 2 years ago.
What?
Not even.
Can I just say this? Maybe it's because I'm getting older and I'm starting to feel things, but the entire cast did such a phenomenal job.
Oh my god!
Throughout, like the only person I really recognized was Zendaya, and then Nate's dad.
I didn't actually.
He's that one.
Nate's the aggro Red Ranger of the show.
Got a lot of shit going on apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Hunter Schafer, Sydney Sweeney.
Apparently she's in a Handmaid's Tale. She's in like a bunch of dramatic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which she plays Cassie.
Sweet Cass.
Oh, also spoiler alerts.
Oh, all the spoilers. Yeah, sorry.
If you're listening to this, Cass, I mean that's the whole idea of it. So anytime you listen to this from now on, just understand spoilers. I'm not gonna say spoilers every time, or maybe I will. You can't box me in. Jacob I don't know how to say. Sorry, Jacob. You played Nate. the Aggro Ranger.
Oh.
Barbie, another. I'm bad with names. Was it Kat? Was that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. The awesome. I mean, she had a weird arc. I think she was my. Mata Apatow. Is she related?
I was about to say maybe she could be.
She's the daughter.
Is she the what's her face? Cassie's sister?
Yes.
Rue's really okay. Yeah,
Yes.
Rue's like childhood friend. Okay.
Yes.
Cool character.
Lexi.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
I love Lexi.
Lexi's great.
Lexi was one of my. I was gonna say we should have like a. I was gonna ask, do you have a favorite like character?
Oh, not particularly.
Besides the one person.
Listen,
you know.
actually, no. I take that back. Fezco is the best. Fez is the best. Yeah, he's the drug dealer with a heart of
Yes.
gold.
I was gonna say I really liked Fez too.
And his whole cliffhanger at the end there.
Oh yeah. It was a very, it was a very Ozarky cliffhanger.
Speaking of that, I don't know how, but can we talk about the music on the show for a second?
Oh, listen, if you haven't seen Euphoria, stop listening and go watch it. One, it's, I mean, if you love artsy filmmaking, it has enough blues and purples to just melt your heart, juxtaposed with that gorgeous yellow and orange. It will also have enough trancey, angelic music and a lot of slow motion bike riding. Tons of.
Listen, I wanted to ride my bike.
Yeah. That's what slow motion bike riding shots do. You're like, I should fucking ride a bike again.
I was like, I just want to go find a random cornfield or whatever field and just
dude, they were
ride
just
my bike.
Listen, they were. I don't even live in a busy area. I have never in my life been able to just like be on a road in the middle of it without a car coming by.
Yeah.
At some point.
Oh,
but
yeah.
they somehow found themselves.
I found that one.
They're in Cali. They somehow found themselves in California in the middle of these roads riding their bikes in slow motion with pretty purple lights and ethereal music, and not a single car comes by.
Ever.
Ever.
No cars ever, except
Ever.
when Nate's driving in his truck,
when
tormenting people.
When Nate
literally.
is in his truck and when you see the two it's Dodge Rams, right? Or whatever.
No, I think it's a Dodge Ram.
Two
sure.
Dodge Rams, you know it's Nate
Dodge
and
Rams,
his father, not together, in separate Dodge Rams, because like father, like son. Which takes on a whole meaning in that show. Like father, like son.
Oh, it does.
It's a real thing.
Well, that's like, I think it's probably...
Mine was Lexi. Thanks for asking.
Oh, yeah.
That was my favorite.
We're getting there. We're getting there. I was going to say,
right.
with the father-like-son thing, when Jacob, whatever his name is,
yeah,
had that, like, he had his, like, I don't know, toddler meltdown.
Oh, my God.
That was...
What is he, man?
He doesn't know. That's the thing.
That is true.
That's
right.
like
the whole idea of his character, which it doesn't come off until a little bit later.
Right. Yeah.
But like, because at first you think, oh, he's just a fucking
douchebag, like
yeah.
the quintessential like
yeah,
jock
you
douchebag.
think he's like
yeah,
a
he's
jock
like
silver spoon prick.
Yeah.
Like that's what I think
that's his
they
role.
went for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does a great job at it, by the way.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Again,
I don't think I've ever hated anyone more.
Same.
And
that guy.
listen,
No.
so and his buddy Chris, who goes off to college, Chris McKay, good old
McKay.
Talk
it out.
McKay is like, I think
McKay's arc is fucking. But we'll get to that in a second too.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I first started, McKay was one of my favorite characters. It's not that anything bad like happens, but it's just like he kind of falls off in favor for me. And it's not because he's like a super flawed character and he ends up being like a fucked up perv or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. He's just kind of annoying.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Because I think it's because he can't like display his emotions and has a hard time doing that and talking about things.
He's easily the most normal person out of all of it.
For sure.
Like he is what normal is.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. He's the standard of normal on that show.
Because Euphoria does the classic move of making like everybody way older than
high schoolers, and they all look really good, and somehow their lives are the most complicated things ever. And I think they have to play it that way. I think the reason why movies and shows play it that way is because at that time you kind of feel like that, or at least
Sure. No, definitely.
I think so. Like, I think most people during that whole process is like, oh my god, everything's so fucking dramatic. but like the worst thing that really happens to most of us is like, do you fucking like me back?
He had my license before me. Like,
she was fucking holding hands with someone else.
he was talking to me like last period. And now he's talking to her. Yeah, that's Are you gonna go to school? Like, are you gonna go to school? Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah.
So I mean, that doesn't make for interesting TV.
No, it does not.
It does not. Make
Absolutely
for
not.
TV.
Which is, yeah.
It just doesn't.
No, you're right.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you know,
it's funny because people are like, "Well, is this what high school was really like?" I don't think this is what high school is really like, and the reason mostly because on this show, the kids are not on their phones enough for this to be like.
Oh yeah.
They're like actually interacting with each other enough.
Right. All the extras are way too interactive.
Yeah, that's how I know this
is
isn't
like
real
into
life.
each other.
Yeah.
Other people.
That's not real life because
we've worked in service long. Listen, we haven't been in high school for a while, but we've worked in service long enough to know that like young people, and we're talking to you. You walk.
And we're young.
Yeah, and we're young. Younger than us, you kids walk with your heads on a fucking 90-degree angle towards your phone. It's dangerous, and concerning.
Listen, this is what we need to start doing. We need to start having someone just decked out in full like football pads, helmet and all.
Oh,
and
God.
just start decking these teenagers.
Yeah.
That would teach you. Like, keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah.
That would teach you.
Or just have a dude walk around with like a board that they can hold out. Because I think what's funnier than seeing someone randomly get tackled is someone walking into something.
Oh, no.
Because the thing about someone getting tackled is they'll fall down real hard.
Yes.
And then they'll be like, what the fuck? But if someone like runs into something, their reaction isn't, what the fuck? It's, did anyone see that?
It's like we all saw that.
Yeah.
Someone definitely saw you.
We definitely were watching you because we're not 90 degrees in our phones. See, kids, if you lift your head up, you might be able to watch a jackass walk into a board or window someday.
It's World Star in real life.
Yeah.
Like, you would be the one that...
Right. Kids, if you keep your head up, you will be blown away at the shit you'll see.
This is true.
In front of you.
Right in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was... Sorry for the...
That was a rant.
Yeah. Sorry
but it
for
was
the...
needed.
Yeah.
Because y'all are dumbasses, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, we all are in high school.
It's been a couple years. Decades?
Yeah,
now at this point.
We're
really not that old.
Yeah, it's almost been a decade.
But it's been like a decade.
It's been since majority of a decade.
My freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't even remember. They're all like juniors, right, or seniors?
I think
it's a mixture. Like I said, McKay was off in college.
Yeah, because isn't Lexi like a year younger than? I don't know. I think it is like junior, senior.
I thought
sophomore,
Cassie
junior.
was the younger. Cassie's the younger of the two. Lexi, because Lexi's in the same age as Rue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought that whole thing backwards then this whole time.
Yeah.
That makes more sense
Wow.
now.
Ruined the whole story.
Yeah, I just ruined the entire. That's it. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
I'm calling it.
You can't talk about it
can't
now.
talk about it anymore. Oh, yeah, I guess. But that makes sense, though, because if McKay just went to college and then... Because it's Nate's, like, senior year whenever they have, like, that. His final game back from his suspension.
Right.
And
when he went aggro. The aggro ranger.
Listen.
I've moved it from, like, Red Ranger to just Ranger now.
Just the
because
aggro
he
ranger.
is, he's like a seventh one.
So...
He's the aggro ranger.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, actually, let's go backwards. So
Okay,
Lexi's your favorite... Lexi's your favorite character.
Oh, I love her. I love Lexi.
I like when she was, like... She got drunk that last
episode. So that's the thing is, like... I say McKay is normal, but I think maybe I just mean, what's normal but a construct? I think what...
Oh.
Whoa, Psych 101.
That's going to be $500. You can deposit that.
Yeah. But, like, so I guess what I mean is, like, I think McKay kind of epitomizes what people perceive as normal. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like a guy struggling to get like his emotions out, and he has like the pressure of like this,
His
his
dad.
and like he's in a transition period, and he
Sports,
doesn't quite understand how to deal with that. That happens forever. Sorry,
very
Mike
true.
K, you'll never figure it out. But
Shock.
you suck at sports, and now you're gonna
And
get an
life.
accounting job. Welcome, mid-level management.
That's the American dream now.
That's the American
actually.
dream. Mid-level management making $50,000 a year, which will get you kind of something if you don't have a family.
Yes.
It's true. If you don't have a family, you might be okay. If you have a family, then your wife also better be mid-level, or husband better be mid-level management.
So it's funny you bring that up because I saw a commercial earlier for Rocket Mortgage, and it was like it was two young millennial
Not a sponsor,
couple.
by the way.
Yeah, not a sponsor. Sorry, not a sponsor. But the instead of like the quintessential, which would have been on TV, go like 15 years, it would have been like the young family with the young baby.
Right.
The young baby was replaced with a dog.
Oh.
And it was like,
Yeah.
They
The
had
young
a
family with the baby. The baby was replaced with a smaller working human.
Yeah, well, technically you can train your dog to
Right.
sled you around, if anything.
Right.
Bring you a beer from the fridge.
Right.
Simple stuff
I
like
meant
that.
working in the sense of like they bring in income. That's what families are doing now. We're just full-blown families are just having roommates now. They're like subletting a room. They're like, you want to come live with us?
The economy is so bad that parents are just pimping out their babies on YouTube and making them open gifts.
Dear God, we are, again, it gets so political so quickly.
Oh, sorry. Okay, well, back it up. Back to Euphoria.
Yeah.
Back to Lexi and how she's the best.
Lexi's the best character.
Because she's the... Well, so far
She's-
we don't really know anything about her, honestly.
That is true.
But maybe just didn't get to it. Because
Yeah.
a lot of crazy shit did happen.
Well, season 2's already slated.
Yes. Happened so fast. I think it was like...
Yeah, it's already
Yeah.
slated. And there's a... So, just to break down the way the show works, right, is each episode kind of embodies one of the characters that you kind of go along with.
So cool, by the way.
Which, McKay was kind of a surprise episode. And
Really?
McKay's episode wasn't even really about McKay. I don't know. McKay was so in and out of it. Like, he's in the first episode, but then he falls away for like 4.
Yeah, he doesn't...
You
yeah,
see
he
him
doesn't
for
really
like
come
2 minutes in the span of 4 hours.
back.
And then he's still got an episode, and I was like, oh, okay. And then Lexi doesn't really do much till like the last 3 or 4.
But she's important, though, because she provides the pee,
Right,
urine,
right.
whatever. I don't know if you guys...
Piss. No,
Drink it.
yeah.
No, yeah.
I just think, I don't know, there's something that seems so virtuous about Lexi.
Yeah, that's why, okay, I'm not gonna lie, like, so in that last episode, when she's, like, getting drunk, and she's like, how do you decide...
I mean, it's borderline comical.
Yeah, no, she was
Yeah.
like, how do you decide if someone wants to go home with you?
Yeah.
And so when they, like, actually flashed to them going to, I guess, the abortion doctor,
Right.
for a second, I thought, oh, shit, is this, like, a flash forward? Did something bad happen to
Right.
Lexi that night?
Because that was
that's when-
kind of Cassie's
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, no, like, nothing bad can happen to her.
No, nothing, and nothing
should
bad,
ever bad
nothing
happen to her.
bad so far has happened to her.
Knock on wood. Yeah.
Yeah. Writers of
Please
Euphoria, I swear to whatever you believe in.
Oh, nice.
That I will. Yeah, I'm covering bases.
Yep.
That
Whatever it is.
I will not come after you because you have the creative liberty to do whatever you want with your characters that you created. However, please don't do that to Lexi. She's so virtuous. She's such a sweet. She's so innocent.
But kind of though. I mean,
It's not, and that's not a dig to say like, oh, she's this innocent character. It's just
Tell me
there's
some
just
shit.
like there's something about her where it's just like she's clearly just all this shit's happening around her.
yeah.
And I guarantee you, whenever we do kind of dissect her character further, if it happens in the next season, you're really gonna find out like she's trying really hard to keep it going. She seems like that, which I kind of relate with from my childhood.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I kind of relate to that because my family had a lot of stuff going on, and instead of me getting, I'm sure I had like a minor angsty phase, but instead of me getting like super angsty and outlandish, I just kind of kept my head up and just kept pushing on, and then I put shit on the back burner just to kind of deal with whatever's going on.
Sure.
And so I guess that's why I kind of like Lexi more.
I mean, that makes sense. I think, well, with you and then people that I've just met throughout my life, like, you talk to them and you hear their life stories, and it's very similar. It's like your family's there's a lot of shit going on with your family, and it's like you have to be that anchor to hold it down. You have shit going on too, but
I'm gonna blow your mind again.
Oh, okay.
Here's the juxtaposition.
Let me get my ears ready. Okay.
It's her best friend Rue.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Rue's family is seemingly, I mean, she has a very strong mom.
Mm-hmm.
Her mom, she works. She's able to keep it together, keep a house, take care of her daughters. Her sister, young, getting into some stuff.
Right.
But
normal for that age.
Good kid.
Yeah.
She's a good kid. And Rue's the fuck up in that one.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like opposites because Lexi's whole Cassie's like kind of innocent, but clearly is just kind of getting into shit. And then fuck,
of course she is.
Fucking A.
Their mom is just a whole
hilarious.
Well, I think that family dynamic is a perfect example of like nature versus nurture. Like, look at moms and then like look at your kids.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Mom is hilarious.
Oh, she's
great comedic.
Incredible. That's the one thing about the show. I think that's why the show works is because there's some genuinely funny part. This is actually why I hate Nate more than I do. I actually don't. Listen,
obviously don't.
It's not just his it's not just the fact that his character is, the biggest fucking douche. He literally fucking kicks a guy's ass for no goddamn reason.
Yeah.
And then sends him to prison.
Yeah.
Can't wait till that gets fucking resolved because, what's her face walked in there and what's her face to people.
Jules.
Yeah, they walked in there and then, really she finally was like, fuck this. Like, he's not getting away with the type shit. Which I hope that does resolve.
Same.
In the proper way. Because he's so over the fucking top. He's so over the goddamn top. Nate is way over the top.
Yes.
What a fucking sociopath.
Because don't forget, he also called the cops on our boy Fez for kind of no reason.
Dude.
For literally him just sticking up for his friends.
Nate is true. So that's why I despise him more than if he was just a prick. I despise him because he ruins the entire emotion of an episode.
Yeah, no, that's
like he just like
royally.
You genuinely have to have the comedy in there because whenever it's like Rue's show, whenever it's like it's her kind of at the focus, which happens a lot.
Sure,
I know there's plenty of episodes that kind of bounce from character to character, but she, for the most part, she is such a huge part of every single episode. And it's not even that she's impacting that particular character. It's just that clearly she's the main character, and they kind of use her narration and use her as that like line that you follow.
Yeah.
She brings so much fucking emotion. She's incredibly funny.
Yes.
Incredibly funny. She has such good comedic timing. And there's that specific episode, which we were talking, and you were saying the Fair episode was one of your favorites at the time. And we didn't share many ideas back and forth. Saving it for the pod. At the time. But, you kind of hinted like, oh, that's such a good episode. And then, because I watched it after you, and I'll tell you what, though. The one after that, arguably better. Because, or it might be episode 7. Because Rue turns into like this manic detective, and
that was such
it's like filmed differently, and she's like smoking the cigarettes.
Her and Lexi are going through. Yes, so good.
But it does this great thing where it like switches, because this is the moment where we kind of delve further into Rue's not only depression, not only her drug abuse, but the fact that she has manic episodes because of her personality disorder. And so, although they made it funny, because I don't know if you've ever been around someone that's manic.
Yeah.
It's pretty comical.
Outside, yeah.
But at the same fold, they kind of cut back to Lexi, and then she's kind of concerned. And then they take you out of this, like, that zone. They take away the film grain, and they take away the sepia tone, and then they kind of, that's when you know it's like Lexi just in the real world, because the sepia tone and the film grain is put there so you know that it's just in Rue's head. It's not actually
Yes.
going on, right?
Yes.
Like, this is just in her brain. Although she is incredibly accurate and close, her behavior is so off the fucking wall that it's like no one
You're just
can
making
trust
shit up.
you.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You're not believable. So it kind of opens that up for her as well, and also lets her be more comedic. She is naturally funny.
Yeah.
You can tell
Just-
by just other movies she's been in.
Yes,
And stuff.
yes.
She is. She has good She's a great fucking. What's it called? Just the dead stare. Like she has that great stone face where she can just, hit you with that, and it's just good. But she brings so much of that emotion and comedic and truly emotional. They
Yeah.
were definitely like the drug abuse shit
Yeah. Though,
was insane.
so I read that the main fight scene between Rue and her mom, when they're in the
Right.
hallway, apparently most of that was just improv. So it was
Oh.
just both of them just like
Oh.
act, yeah, right, off. You just doing it, and like
Yeah.
that scene. I mean, that brought so much emotion.
Right.
Like that was one of the best things about this show overall. It just really put you right there with the characters, and it made you feel things.
I'm sure. Yeah, no,
Honestly,
I'm
like, legitimate
sure.
things.
I am. I'm sure that they had plenty of moments that felt a little bit more, that were probably a little bit more raw. The show is so heavy in so many ways that, and these guys probably did some method acting stuff where, before they do a scene, even when they meet people, when they meet each other for the first time, they're probably doing compatibility, compatibility. I'm trying to think of the word.
Like screen test.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exercises, things like that.
Mhm.
Stuff that you do.
Like any normal workplace.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, stuff that you do when you're acting with someone. You have to get into that zone with people. Especially if you're acting with them.
Mhm.
I mean, when I was in theater, we did all types of exercises just to get more comfortable. You're not
Yeah.
allowed to be uncomfortable.
You have to be that. You have to have that
and
layer
when
of
you're
vulnerability
dealing-
already.
When you're dealing with dynamics that are like mom trying to help her drug addicted daughter, and you're dealing with Rue in love with Jules,
Oh,
but Jules
yeah.
not fully feeling it,
Heartbreaking.
and
Yeah.
like when you're which also that scenario hits very close. Loosely. And I guess when you just kind of have that much, I'm sure that they did so many exercises together and different stuff like that. That when you get into a big
Mhm.
like throwdown scene, I'm sure a lot of it was improv, or not even if they had the scripted scene, a lot of their actions were
Yeah.
probably like
Yep.
improv as well, which just leads to more dynamic
Yeah.
between the two.
It was another solid scene
Yeah.
that came from Zendaya. I mean,
Solid sheen.
oh, Sheen. All right, Sean Connery. But not that I don't know. I'm not one to be like an Emmy nomination, but I seriously like if she should definitely get nominated for an Emmy. That's where I'm from. An Emmy nom for this though, because she did such a fabulous job. And she's like what, like 20,
Something like
21?
that.
She's
I
like,
don't know.
yeah, I don't know. She's young. I don't know, but you're killing it, girl. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, if you listen to this, we like you more than Drake.
Pusha T. No, I'm just kidding. Too soon?
Yeah. Jesus.
Too late? I don't know.
Too late. Too late. Okay, since we haven't talked about her,
Okay.
Kat.
Cat.
Cat.
Okay, so what about her progression? Her storyline reminded me. I don't know if you like. Oh man, what was that? We were like in high school, and it was chat roulette.
Oh,
Her
yeah.
storyline reminded me of chat roulette, just like and what it would be in 2019.
Right. I don't know what that is now.
It's probably something
It's replaced.
super inappropriate.
It's 4chan.
No,
It's gotta be, right? Like, it's been replaced either way. And she used it. I guess with Kat,
we
I
don't
don't
really
wanna-
understand her.
I don't want to
motives.
come off as like a
The dude.
she should feel bad. No, like, you know what I mean? Because something truly awful happens to her. I mean, like, her sex tape gets released, right? And like that, It's her first time having sex, and it gets spread around, and it's awesome. I get what they did. They turned her into someone who wasn't gonna take it.
Yeah.
She
She turned it into
she
her
was gonna
power.
turn it. I almost feel like that. I guess that was like giving a solution to it, almost, which felt wrong.
No, because at the end there, she feels like, oh shit, what have I done? Or like, what am I doing?
Yeah, she gets into it, but
then
you don't fully know because she gets into a situation that feels riskier than before.
Yeah, when she just like freaks out and is like,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
it's a blank screen.
yeah,
and,
that's what it was, yeah.
So you get into, she definitely get, but I don't know if it's full regret yet. I think she, because when she first started doing when it was the first one, she was kind of iffy about it.
Yeah.
But since it was like, rewarding on her end, she kept doing it. There's a selfishness to it.
Yeah.
I guess it just felt kind of weird that it was, maybe it wasn't providing a solution. Maybe it was just her. But to me, it was like something truly awful happened, and it's awesome that she like turned it into something. I don't know if that's something. Obviously, that something isn't the most. At least doesn't seem like it ended in the most healthiest way, or healthiest way, not most healthiest. Grammar.
What is
In the
that?
healthiest way, and again, we don't even know the full conclusion to it, but something about it just fell off. I don't know. I didn't want her to like just roll over and be a pity show.
Right. Well,
But I guess I just wanted something. I don't know what I wanted from it.
well, I don't know. I got a little frustrated with her when, what is the wannabe boyfriend's name?
Ethan,
Ethan.
my
Wow.
third favorite character.
That is okay. Who's your second?
Fez.
Okay.
Rue.
How is Ethan your third?
Listen, Rue is obviously my favorite.
Yeah, Rue doesn't like.
But she doesn't
obviously-
count.
Yeah, she doesn't count in this list because she's just at the top of the list or whatever.
She's meant to be
I
the
agree.
person you side with.
Every
If
time.
not side with, it's the person you can. Well, she's the most exposed.
Yeah. She's the
Hands
most-
down,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
the narrator. She
That's who you're
again,
cheering-
she's
you
the
cheer for
line.
her, yeah.
So that's your connection to everyone else, and so everyone else is where you get to choose from there.
I'm not gonna lie. Why are these girls friends? I don't mean that in a bad like. Why are you friends? Like I just mean that in like a what is the
'Cause
connection?
It's high school.
Okay, that's it. You're right. You are friends with people that you don't even
Yeah.
talk to after. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That's literally 4 years. And you're like, all right, it was
Yeah.
nice knowing you guys. I'll maybe see you on some sort of social media in
Yeah.
20 years when
Of
you're
course.
getting married with your kids.
yeah. Wow. Clearly
Hit
happened
home?
to you.
Hit home?
No, there are some.
If
There.
you've personally been victimized. No,
Yeah. No, I don't know. I really got fixated on the. Fez is a bigger character, but
yeah.
Lexi and Ethan, I really got fixated on these like outlier characters. That I hope that we get more of.
Sure we will, hopefully.
Because they just seemed the most fucking grounded.
Yeah.
They just like I truly the one dig I will give Euphoria is it gets a little grandiose. It gets a little bit too big, which is what I'm kind of hitting on with Nate. I think his whole thing gets a little bit too big. It got to the point where I was like, dude, what the fuck is actually? What are you guys doing with him?
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Like what? Like God, like he just because he goes from like being a prick to being a full blown 150,000% sociopath.
Yeah.
He's
Just
a
like that.
He's a blackmailer. He's a fucking thug. He's everything under the sun, and
Yeah.
it's just like.
I mean, even his dad is like, you need consequences for this that
Yeah.
are greater than just.
And his dad is a
grounding you.
fucking also a fucking.
His dad is also like.
And here's and I guess and I'm not gonna say it's not there isn't a connection to real life there, because they both play suppressed homosexuals.
Yeah.
They both play suppressed the father and the son.
Yeah.
They both play suppressed homosexuals, which is why they have anger in their outlets. And I guess you can say that, especially in America, we have tons of that all the time.
All around.
Looking at you, Mike Pence.
Oh, I knew it was
Um,
coming. I knew.
It gets
I knew
so
the dig at Mike
political
was coming.
so quickly.
Listen.
Not even just Mike Pence. I'm sure.
His mouth is
Listen,
always
I'm sure I can't even. I honestly, I can't even keep track of. And I'm not trying to like make a dig about anything. It's I can't keep track of the different headlines of the different mass shootings and the shooters that have done them. But I'm sure in that bunch there are probably some homosexual men that didn't know how to release that. They were shamed into it, and then I'm sure when women didn't receive them either, because the nice guy complex is very real.
Yes.
It turns into what Nate is, minus the massive impact where it's kind of him like really just terrorizing the people kind of in his circle rather than terror. I mean, he kind of gets extended when he beats up the guy.
Oh yeah, no, for
But
sure.
like for the most part, his terrorism is in his circle, and I am gonna call it terrorism.
It's accurate.
It's what it is.
It is what it is.
It's what it is. He's literally ruining lives.
Yeah.
He's like attempting to like ruin people's lives because he's gay and he can't show it.
Well, it's like his girlfriend being like, "It's okay if you are like."
Oh my
let's
god.
Let's talk about this. Like, you
What?
need.
Yeah, I can't remember her character.
I can't remember her name. I just see her eye makeup.
Right.
I think Alexa Duvet is her actual name, but fucking A.
Yeah. It's bad.
Pulled it up. Yeah.
There's so many characters. It's hard to keep track.
All right, you sound like my mom last night watching the Avengers. Like, there's so many characters.
so
I'm like,
many.
it's
There
like,
is.
No, okay,
The
but,
Avengers Endgame is
oh
like the
my
pinnacle
gosh,
of 20
okay,
fucking movies.
Yeah, but it's like fucking Captain America. Okay.
Right.
Iron
We're not talking
Man.
about Endgame. Okay, this is
You're right.
this is about Euphoria.
You're right. Doesn't matter.
I don't like her character though.
I don't like her. I don't like her character either.
Yeah.
That is not the type of woman I would like to associate myself with. That is
No.
not a strong, independent woman.
Yeah. Well, and unfortunately,
Maddie. Her name's Maddie.
Maddie. Yes. And unfortunately, she is also. She kind of epitomizes what a lot of women go through as well, though.
I agree. No, she.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's.
And I
she
think
is
maybe
a
that's where
quintessential-
that's where like Kat and Maddie. So I think with like Kat, it goes in a way that I don't know if that's how most women would handle that situation.
No. I can tell you that. No, it's probably
right.
not how that.
But
no, yeah.
Maddie takes the turn where it's like that happens to so many. I'm not gonna say most. I didn't mean to say most with Kat either.
Yeah.
I just mean like
No.
it's not the one. It's not the reaction you hear about.
Sure.
I should say.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So like
That's
Maddie,
right,
you know, she's in an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
With Nate, the
Aggro Ranger.
The aggro ranger, and and she does that thing where she feels trapped. She feels trapped where she does love him, and she probably fears for her life, so she doesn't really want to leave, and that's a thing that
happens all the time.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Not only women, but people in domestic violent situations feel. They feel that way, and that's kind of how their story turns out.
Mm-hmm.
And Kat, I don't know. Outside of celebrities, I don't think you hear enough about that type of shit happening.
I'm sure it happens
because
all the time, though. Yeah.
Oh, I know it does.
It's rampant.
It happens all the time.
I was supposed to say, I mean, you're a guy, so
it happens all the time.
Yeah, you've.
Not even just guys sharing it within circles. It happens. I mean, fuck. It happens in.
I mean, it happened when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear to
Again,
God,
that was over a decade ago.
Yeah.
So like
something comes out and everyone's like, it's definitely this person.
Yeah.
It's like you don't really ever know.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I've never saw any videos, but like that definitely happened.
It's terrifying, honestly.
Yeah, definitely happened, and it happened in a school. Fucking night, man. My class was only 77 people.
That's even more terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like high school, like that time of day was already hard enough.
Yeah, so I can't even imagine.
Random anxiousness.
I can't even imagine what that's like, where you're going through that whole.
You show up to school one day and your ass is just
everywhere.
Yeah. No, mortifying. I would leave probably. Yeah, I would not do what Kat did.
Right. By the way, just so we can
probably.
go into what Kat essentially turned into the skid. She diffused it. She made her like principal feel like shit.
Yeah, great job.
And
who handled that not well, by the way.
Yeah,
but that's fine.
She made her principal feel like shit. She pretty much got the rumor snuffed out. It wasn't her. Yada yada yada. But as she goes to see, it does get taken down. But naturally, as those things are, they're already downloaded and spread around further. She finds it later on Pornhub. I don't think they say it's Pornhub. It's Pornhub.
It's Pornhub, yeah.
What else would it be? Tube 8? Get the fuck out
What
of
is
here.
that?
And essentially, she sees that it has millions of hits. And she's like, "Oh,
Terrifying.
well, yeah." But instead of being terrifying, she's like, "Are you getting anxious just thinking about it?"
Yes, my hands are getting sweaty just thinking about the idea of that.
She like pretty much just says like, "Oh man, people think," and she's kind of a heavier girl. She's very pretty though, and she
Gorgeous.
is like, "Oh well, people think I'm pretty, people think I'm beautiful," and so she turns into that, and she starts camming. She does webcam stuff, as it's called, because you can make hella
cash. This isn't a pro
what is
for
this?
camming,
Yeah,
but
don't
we're
cam.
just saying.
Also, we said hello. What are we, Macklemore? What the fuck?
Thrift shops.
Oh.
Why did you have to bring that man into that group?
I don't know.
There's two of them, right?
Well,
or is it just the
Macklemore and
one?
Ryan Lewis.
Oh,
They do things separately sometimes.
whatever.
Yeah.
This is more Macklemore than I ever thought we'd talk about on this podcast. So
What? But you don't like Macklemore?
yes.
Yes, you don't like him. I don't mind Macklemore. It's
Okay.
all right.
All right, Tim. Okay.
Hey, the heist was good. It was good.
Wow. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Either way, so Kat goes in that direction, and again, I don't mean to make it like she shouldn't have felt empowered. I'm not saying that. She should do whatever the fuck she felt like it. She's also a fictional character, so if you get offended by me saying she shouldn't have felt empowered, go fuck yourself.
The comments later.
Yeah, I'm taking digs. I don't give a fuck. But she felt empowered, and she went about her way, and she kind of gets into a sticky sitch with that later. But she also just kind of starts fucking dudes. And she doesn't come because the guys are in high school, and so they just kind of
Get their rocks off,
aggressively
yeah.
hump, and then go, and then they fall off.
Yeah.
And then they go, and then that's what happens.
You have to ask.
Yeah. And if you have to ask,
Chances are,
it didn't happen.
general rule of thumb. That is something that you can take from the spot, if anything.
Yeah.
You have to ask.
Yeah, if you
Didn't
have to
happen.
ask, it did not happen. And so she's just kind of feeling empowered with her sexuality, which is
great to
not a bad thing.
Great to see.
Kind of weird that a viral video of her fucking for her first time did it, though.
Maybe it was just that.
It's the validation.
Yeah.
Which is another sad comment
It's a
on
whole
our
other-
society. It's not really a whole other though, because it's kind of, maybe that's what they were talking about in the show. Maybe that's why they wrote it in that way. It's because that's our whole idea. It's like we just want to feel more validated, which is why we
Even if it is from complete strangers.
It's why we fucking social media so much.
There it is.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like half the show, I will say, the extras aren't on their phones a lot. The main characters are on their phones a lot, and there's whole sequences where they're just like doing the photo shoots.
Yes.
Everyone's doing private photo shoots.
Oh yeah.
Nowadays.
No. It's like if you like book something on Airbnb, like you go, for example, you're going to Austin. There's gonna be like a
Shout out to
shout
Austin,
out to Austin.
Texas.
There's gonna be like an adventure that you can do, and it's gonna be like your own personal photo shoot. Go through all 15 murals in Austin, and we'll take your photo at all of them for 3 hours, and then you just have for 3 hours you have someone just taking your fucking pictures.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Or maybe not. I don't know. I always feel like I'm on the outside on this because I don't
Same.
do a lot of photos. I don't take a lot of photos.
Yeah.
Maybe
I should take more photos.
Maybe it's because I don't like the way I look.
Oh.
No, I like the way I look. I look incredible. by
Shut
the
that
way.
down.
Yeah, I look incredible. By the way, I always have. Always.
There you go.
Whoa, narcissism. What can I say?
What is that? Just confidence. Just confidence.
Well, yeah, obviously I have my, like, everyone listen. We're all insecure. Maybe that's why these shows always hit home.
Sure.
If they're done well, because it kind of puts you in that space of, like, massive insecurity, which is what you always feel. You can lie about it if you want.
Yes, but
you feel it.
you do.
You feel it. if you've posted 37 photos in the past month on a fucking account where you're just checking on those likes and hearts every couple minutes or whenever you get the chance, then you're trying to feed your insecurity and make yourself feel better. I don't even know if that's scientifically what's going on. That has to be what's going on.
I think they did study about
They've
that,
already
actually.
shown. Yeah, no, the studies have already shown that releases dopamine.
Every time your phone lights up, yeah.
That's the thing, though. That didn't exist like a decade ago. A decade and a half ago.
No.
Like, it didn't exist. You didn't get excited because your phone lit up.
Yeah.
You thought work contacted you because that's all you used it for.
Yeah.
So it's like the fact that like we've connected those things with this like validity it's a little sad. Not even, but not, and to not be a bummer, we've only had the shit again for like a decade. We don't know. That's such a small amount of time for humanity. So we don't know how to live and coincide with this stuff.
That's a good. I mean, because we're at that weird generation where we kind of have the tail end of like the Nokia, the brick phones.
Right. Yeah.
And
my first phone was a Nokia.
Yeah, right. Plain Snake. No,
yeah.
But then I remember like, oh, I got like a Razor. Like I thought that was hot shit because I had my blue Razor.
You were hot shit.
What can I say? But like, you know, I was mostly just texting.
Yeah.
Maybe calling. And at that point, like, I don't think any service might have had like unlimited text or call or.
Yeah.
It was like, wait till 8. Like that was always the.
And that's when like LG came out with their little side phones.
Yeah.
Like, you had the in-between touch phones, and then, you know, finally the iPhone came out, and we were all like,
whoa! No, once that happened, it changed the game, but...
Yeah, I mean...
You're right, we haven't really learned... We don't know... Now we don't know what it's like to disconnect.
Yeah, but again, and, you know, this is... I don't want to act like I'm on a high horse and above it all. I guess I just haven't... I guess I just haven't, like, subscribed to that side of it. And it's not because, like, I'm woke and want to live in the real world. No. It's just that I genuinely don't want to take a photo of myself.
Yeah.
I don't care about taking a photo of myself. Yeah. I don't really like photos of myself.
No,
so I'm insecure in that way as well. But besides all that, just to kind of bring it back, again, maybe that was kind of the angle, right?
Sure.
It's like something was bad.
Yes, very bad.
The initial
sure.
was bad. And even when she found the video again, the initial finding was bad. And then she saw the views. And then it was like...
Oh, maybe it's not so bad.
And then she scrolled down to the comments. And then it was like, oh, shit. Like, I'm getting validity.
Right.
And then you find out that she has a whole, like, fan fiction...
Yeah, she has like a...
blog ordeal that people are totally behind.
No, it's wild.
So, like... She has this whole world where it's all like virtual. So whatever she's struggling with in the real world, she has this whole like fan base and this whole
so ideal, right?
This whole oasis.
Yeah.
Shout out to
there you go.
Ready Player One.
Oh. The book was great. The film, not so much.
You didn't like the film?
The film was. I mean, the film was good.
Not to even make this about Ready Player One,
but
here's to all you fuckers who read the book and then watched the film and thought to yourself, well, that fucking sucked. It wasn't anything like the fucking book.
It wasn't going to translate. You guys knew that. It
doesn't have to be like the book. It is Steven Spielberg's creative interpretation of a book that was created. And do you want to know who helped write the script to that movie?
I think you're about to tell us.
The fucking author of Ready Player One.
Shit. That's like, okay, see.
Yeah, so suck it. Not to make this about Ready Player One, but the movie was incredible. The book also incredible. First of all, I read the book after I watched the movie, and I loved it. And then I watched the movie just recently because me and Brenna were wanting to watch it again. And I loved it the second time over.
Yeah.
So both great
on their own.
You can like two things at once,
no, you
guys.
Can't, Tim.
Don't subscribe to consumerism. Unless it's with us.
Yeah, capital C.
Subscribe to us. Wherever you can find a podcast, subscribe. Hit that like button, girl.
Hit that like and subscribe.
And you'll get that update.
It's gonna update.
So I mean, Euphoria overall though. That was Kat. Is there any other characters we missed out? I guess we didn't really talk about Jules.
Yeah, she's kind of like a main component
She's
of
huge.
this film, the show. It is a film. Yeah, it's a film. It's a film. The way it's shot, it's a film. No, but yeah, she's kind of like her and Rue are the main characters of this. And,
Yes.
And I won't lie. So I remember the first time she came on screen, and I was like, wait a second. It took me a second. I was like, oh wait, and I was like, oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think you brought up a really good point, and I'm gonna want you to elaborate more on this.
Okay.
I think you said this, but it's just like, or maybe it was a podcast. I listened to Bill Simmons.
God.
I don't know. Shout out to the Ringer BS Pod, but not a sponsor. But the characters in this show, like for the most part, what would have made them special or unique in other shows, they're just normal characters.
Right.
Like,
Right.
like Jules on any other TV show is gonna be your like quintessential, like stereotypical.
Right. It's gonna blow.
Here's your
mind.
token. Yeah, here's your token character. But in this show, it's just like
Yeah. Well,
normal person, which
right.
is great. Which is
for
how,
anybody
you know,
for anybody who doesn't know, what's her name again? Actress
Hunter Schafer.
Hunter Schafer. I never remember her first name. Hunter Schafer. Sorry, Hunter.
We know you listen to this too.
You're gorgeous.
Yeah.
You're gorgeous. You're charismatic. You're an amazing woman. She is trans.
Yes.
If you didn't know.
There you go.
There you go. And you're right. It's not really brought up.
Right.
You know it when it's her episode.
Right.
You figure it out. And again, she's a beautiful woman.
Yes.
She is.
Yes.
I mean, but that it is. It is a fucking TV show. All of them are fucking gorgeous.
All of them have to be
But, yeah,
gorgeous.
they're
It's like
fucking everyone's immaculate.
yeah.
Um,
It's like the prereq to be on television.
Yeah.
If you didn't know.
But no, I mean, I Jules is she's incredible, and then she pisses you off. That summarizes her. Moving. No, I'm kidding. She's
Moving along. No, she did.
no, that
yeah,
is
she
that's a
does
good
kinda,
that is
yeah.
a great point. That's kind of what makes it good, and I think honestly that's what makes it accurate.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in, man.
It is.
Like taking time to like overly recognize something isn't equality. It's not. It doesn't turn into equality.
Right.
I think there's a stint where you need over recognition,
Yes.
and then it needs to level out.
I agree.
And I understand. I'm a cis male.
I was about to
and
say,
I'm white as
To
fuck.
clear-
Listen, and I understand that most people say I don't have a leg to stand on. I shouldn't even be talking about this stuff. That's not how conversations work. And that's a whole nother fucking thing I can get into. But like, because if you keep on the path of like angrily over like, if you're just angry all the time,
all the time. Yeah.
you turn into what you don't like. It's true. Like, you turn into what you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fact that they wrote these characters in a way of like, this is just reality. This is just the world we live in. This is how it goes. It's good.
Yeah.
It feels good. It's refreshing, honestly.
It is.
Because you know what? You get all these complaints from a lot of narrow-minded people about how everyone's pushing a certain agenda, and all these shows have their agenda.
Yes.
And it's like an agenda doesn't have to be a bad thing. That's just a fact. But you know what? When you do bring spotlight onto things, again, it can be good. It can be impactful. But sometimes it's just nice and refreshing to have something where it's natural. This is just how the world works. You don't think twice about it. They did this in like the recent Star Trek film.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where sorry, Trek fans.
No.
I am not a huge Star Trek fan.
Between the Trekkies and the Drake fans, it's
Oh,
not too
man,
bad.
I narrowed.
Talk
Star
about-
Wars is okay. Shit, I fucked it up. I meant to
Oh,
say it's
yeah.
great.
You fucked that one up.
Yeah.
Disney's gonna come after you now
Yeah.
for sure.
Star Trek is okay.
They're gonna
No,
send you.
I did watch the most recent films because I hate to break it to you, Star Trek fans. In recent time, those are really kind of the highlights. Sorry, but I can't think of his name. I don't know why. I know his name. He plays in Harold and Kumar. He's Harold. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry for getting your name.
so
Can you look that up real quick?
I know who Kumar is, but
Either way, his character,
Henry Cho, no, Henry Chang.
something like that.
I don't know.
His character. There's one scene. It might be in the newest one or the second one. He when they come home because they're in between missions or whatever. They come home and he greets his husband. They don't make a deal of it, by the way. It's just in the shot.
It's just what it is.
Yeah. It's just in the shot. He just greets his husband with a kiss and a hug, and they go about their merry way. And there wasn't a major outrage. I mean, they did mess with someone's a main character's lore of Star Trek, and so obviously there's going to be some fans that weren't happy, and there was some kickback and things like that. And I think Simon Pegg, he's so involved with the new Star Treks, he came out and said this type of stuff, it's more impact. I mean, he agrees pretty much with my sentiment. It's more impactful just to make it a part of. It's not who he is. It's a part of. It's just a part of him. It's not his defining character. Isn't that that he's married to a man rather than a woman.
Yeah.
They didn't make it a defining moment. They just made it. It's just a quick little scene. It's a greet to his family member. It's a greet to his husband. And he walks away. Yeah. And that's how. Why is that weird?
No.
And I think that's what makes Euphoria so great. Is none of it's weird. No one's stopping and going, "Whoa, you're dudes like." But Nate feels like it's gonna be.
Yeah, which is perfect though, because that's
exactly what's great.
He's like everyone's our knee-jerk reaction society, and it's just that's not. No one is making a big deal. You're the only ones freaking out about this.
But I mean, his family could make a big deal, and his father clearly cares about his own reputation, his family's reputation, and so he's not acting in a great way, and but the way he's acting is stemming from systemic of things that he's dealing with.
His name was John Cho, by the way.
John Cho.
So I was close with the Cho.
You are
Henry's off, though.
A wonderful, wonderful man.
You're a great man.
But yeah, Jules is a great character. She and her backstory, you kind of find out that her mom.
Yeah, just
because they kind of hint that they don't hint. They show you that she's just with her dad.
Yeah.
And so you're kind of wondering
where's mom?
What the fuck went wrong?
Asshole.
Yeah, her mom was a real bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hunter, I'm glad that your real parents. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I
hope your real parents aren't as they don't. I haven't read enough about her. But I hope your real parents aren't as big of an asshole, or at least as big of an asshole as your TV mom was.
Fictional mom was.
Yeah. On the show, because your dad, fourth favorite character.
No. Jules' dad is MVP of that show. He's a sweetheart.
He's so good.
He's so good. He just wants her to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. Conspiracy theory. So yeah.
Okay.
Shocker, right?
Conspiracy theory.
So we see the family photo of it's Nate's parents, Nate, and his other brother.
Right.
Where's the other brother? So I've obviously the internet says Fez is the other brother.
Oh, I don't think I ever noticed that.
Right, you don't ever. And then the internet also says that who's the young kid with Fez that's out there slinging that dope.
That's not his brother, guys.
So that's the other. Those are the two.
That's not. I don't think either of them. Because Fez. I mean, unless that's also his grandmother.
I was going to say because Fez. Yeah, because Fez takes care of Grandma.
Yeah,
and it's maybe Grandma found out about Daddy Jacobs and was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think
that's far fetched though.
No,
but
yeah, that's. I'm not even going to dive into the conspiracy theories.
I'm all about them. Send them my way.
But yeah, I mean,
the cool ones.
So just to kind of wrap it up, yeah, I mean, we've dove into all the characters. Season 1, as an arc, you kind of see Rue go back and forth with stuff. It seems like she's kind of, maybe not. They might bring back the drug use, but it seems like she's kind of made a breakthrough in that regard. Good.
Yes, go Rue.
Jules kind of ran away.
Yeah, where the fuck is she? Is she just gone?
So,
fuck that girl, by the way.
Right.
Her friend.
Yeah.
And fuck you. All right.
So
she's clearly under the age of 18.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Fucking pervert. Also, she's like not in a relationship, but she's in a relationship. Okay.
Yeah, chill.
And you found that out, and you were still like, "You want to fuck?"
Yeah, no, that's true. She's not very.
No.
She's a piece of shit.
Great. That was also sorry. That was also another just fucking insane scene where it was like she's just tripping balls at the club,
listen,
and then Nate
guys,
shows up, and
just
then
visually, as a show, it's incredible.
Seriously.
It really is beautiful. I have a background in film.
Yeah.
And I believe Elle introduced it to me as you'll love it because it's for filmmakers.
Yeah.
No, and it really is. It's kind of built in that way. I think if you have a background in film or if you're in that kind of arena and you understand a little bit more of everything that goes on, you'll really love kind of the shots. They do take that artsy approach. Maybe you'll hate it because they take an artsy approach. But, fuck you. No. Your opinion's valid, I guess, since I have to fucking nurture your goddamn opinion.
Snowflake. No.
Either way. So, I mean, Nate and Maddie are in a fucking...
toxic relationship.
Fuck both of them.
I mean, shit's about to hit the fan, though.
Yeah, no.
Because Maddie found that.
We already talked about what Fez is going through.
Yeah.
Fez is on some Ozark shit, getting in deep.
Please make it out, Fez.
Yeah.
Please.
Pretty please.
No, seriously.
For me. Kat and Ethan took a step forward.
Yeah, and I think for the
and even though Kat,
best.
conspiracy theory number 2.
Oh, here we go.
I think
you got it.
Ethan is the one behind the dark screen. Yeah.
Oh.
I have no links to this. I'm a bad conspiracy. No, I'm not. That's what conspiracy
That
theories
is, yeah,
are.
you can just
Like,
slang them together.
This is a thing that's
Yeah,
happening.
yeah.
The
It's
moon's a
fine.
hologram. Here's why. Government.
It's definitely the government's fault.
Yeah, so I think Ethan's behind the dark screen. Here's why, government. And I do. I think he's the one. I think he found out about our dirty secret.
Better came in.
I'll keep you. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna sing.
Oh.
We're not gonna sing that.
Plus, we'd have to probably pay for that.
Yeah, that's
It's like more than if it's like more than
no way.
X
Me
amount of
singing
seconds.
a bad version of it is.
Listen,
Whatever.
I'll send my lawyers your name.
Okay.
I don't have any, but
Please do. So Kat and Ethan took a step in the right direction, which is good because Ethan, third grade character, is sweetheart.
going strong.
We don't find much about Lexi.
No, but I think we will.
Right.
I think
because
we will.
Obviously, with Rue and Jules kind of separating for the moment, as it seems anyway, maybe Lexi's gonna kind of interject and kind of be in there.
And she's clearly like she's obviously a real positive influence on Rue
Yes.
versus I think the idea and the feeling of Jules is what made Rue sober. I don't even know if that would be the right term, but like
Yeah. And Cassie and McKay.
Oh. Yeah. Fuck.
Theirs gets a little sticky, and like I said,
Clearly.
I think those two, they might be my least interested story arc. I don't know why. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't articulate.
You just get Cassie's just a little frustrating because you're just
Cassie's
like, damn it, girl, come on.
She's an overload to
Yeah.
my senses.
No,
I
for
get
sure.
so sick
Yeah.
of just like her character.
No, I
At
agree.
first, I'm kind of empathetic.
Yeah.
Then I stop. I kind of become apathetic, and not in a mean way. Not in like a. Well, apathy doesn't mean it's not a mean way. It just means lack of.
Lack of. Yeah.
So like I really do. It becomes a lack of emotion towards both of them because they both kind of rub me in the same way. They both kind of get annoying. I kind of, which isn't apathy, but they went from
chill, cool.
I was kind of empathetic,
Yeah.
and then they became annoying, and then I just became apathetic to them because it just kept going. So I was like, okay, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah, that's
Okay, go eat another goldfish.
okay. It's got a lot of shit going on, and then
Yeah,
I think
but it's not interesting.
no,
It's not interesting shit.
It's again like the quote unquote normal
Yeah.
shit that we go through.
Yeah,
Like
it's the most basic of story arcs.
It's
It's just not interesting, and they added.
compared to other story arcs,
Yeah.
or just in general.
I think in general.
Okay,
I don't think.
yeah.
I think if theirs was the main story, it would be the most boring fucking show. On the
Oh no,
planet.
I wouldn't even watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
a
what do you
pregnancy
fucking
scaring a kid who doesn't make it in
They
college
already
football.
made that on
Cool.
on ABC Family.
Who gives a shit,
Yeah, it's
man?
called American
Like,
Teenagers. Something like
Yeah,
that.
I just
know.
don't care.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't watch that. You're right.
Yeah, so I don't know. Fuck them. See you in season 2.
See you in season 2 with no baby.
Yeah, no baby. Suck that bitch out.
Oh shit.
By the way, if you don't like abortion, don't watch it.
Yeah. That's that.
Yeah.
There's no triggered. No,
Yeah, triggered.
sorry.
But again, if you've made it all the way here, which is pretty much the end of the podcast, you have gotten everything spoiled for you. Not in the most like structured way, which is fine, but in a very like all over the place way, and that happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you haven't seen it and you feel like fuck, I don't care about spoilers, please go watch it.
Please
It's
go watch
actually
it.
really good.
It's only like 9 episodes.
Yeah, but they're all an hour. Get ready for an 8-hour watch. But yeah, no, it's really fun, and have a good time.
Yeah.
Dissect it like we dissected it. Come up with new things,
New
new
conspiracy
theories.
theories. Yeah, because season 2 is coming, so
Yeah. Next episode on So You, we're gonna talk about